President Trump also announced a new trade deal with the UK. All that Britain demands in return is that we keep these two.
No! I refuse! I'm sick of it!
Like, my life was so hard. Everybody's life is hard.
Yeah,
you were the prince of a goddamn country who dressed up as a Nazi, and now you're trying to come back as the Pope? Suck it.
Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, the former prince and current river corpse, has been arrested and now may be banned from ever taking the throne. In fact, the royal family said the only way he can become king is if it comes down to either him or Meghan.
Meghan Markle just locked in a title nobody saw coming. Most hated person in 2025. This woman went from C-list actress to duchess, and somehow made the entire entertainment industry turn on her. Late-night hosts, comedians, satirists, they all picked the same target. And here's the thing, she handed them every single bullet. Today, we're going through every celebrity who helped Meghan earn this crown. And we're starting with the one man who said what millions were already thinking, but nobody had the guts to say out loud. Chris Rock didn't just roast Meghan, he took her whole victim story, picked it up, looked it in the eye, and destroyed it in minutes.
Gone on Oprah, I didn't know. I had no idea how racist they were. It's the royal family. You didn't Google these motherfuckers?
This woman married into a family that has survived wars, scandals, and literal beheadings, and then acted completely shocked that they had rules. Chris Rock saw through it in seconds.
What the f*** is she talking about? She didn't know. The fuck? It's the royal family. They're the original racists.
Acting surprised is like joining the mafia and crying when you see a gun.
That's like marrying into the Budweiser family and going, they drink a lot. These motherfuckers invested in slavery like it was Shark Tank.
Then came the baby comment. One question about skin color. And suddenly the whole royal family were racists. Chris Rock wasn't buying it.
They're so racist. They wanted to know how brown the baby's gonna be. I'm like, that's not racist. Because even black people want to know how brown the baby gonna be. Shit.
One curious question got turned into a civil rights movement. Chris called it exactly what it was, manufactured outrage. And once he proved you could say it out loud, the floodgates opened. Next up, Joe Coy, Golden Globe stage, millions watching, and he aimed straight at them.
Just a great series about a rich, white, dysfunctional family, all scheming. Oh no, that's the crown. That's the crown. I'm sorry.
One sentence. Joe Coy said what every viewer was already thinking. Rich, dramatic, and somehow still boring.
How great was Imelda Staunton in The Crown? Wasn't she amazing? Her portrayal of the Queen was so good, Prince Harry called her for it and asked her for money.
Award show hosts smile, stay safe, and keep everyone comfortable. Joe Coy didn't get that memo.
Turns out Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will still get paid millions of dollars for doing absolutely nothing. And that's just by Netflix.
Then there's the Netflix deal, tens of millions of dollars. For content nobody watched, nobody asked for, and nobody can explain. But the American hosts were just getting started. Jimmy Kimmel stepped up next and went straight for their favorite excuse.
Harry said racism was a big part of their decision to leave, which you know things are bad at Buckingham Palace if they came to America to get away from racism.
They wanted out so badly they needed a reason. So they picked racism in one of the most photographed, celebrated, multicultural families on the planet. It didn't add up. Kimmel knew it. And then he opened Harry's memoir and destroyed it. On national television,
It's Harry, whose memoir just broke the Guinness record for fastest-selling nonfiction book of all time. The story of Prince Harold and his frozen yogurt slinger is so popular, they're now releasing a version for kids. I don't know if you know about this. It's a twist on The Princess and the Pea. It's called The Prince and the Penis, and it's
600 pages. One privileged man, crying about his family, then cashing the check. Kimmel made it the joke it deserved to be. Then Jimmy Fallon stepped in, and he had a different target, Meghan's lifestyle brand.
Why does Meghan Markle make her own pretzel bags? They don't know why.
That's interesting. She takes it from one bag and puts it in another bag.
Another bag.
And that confuses people.
This, we're just gonna put into a different bag.
A pretzel bag. That's what happens when you have too much money and too much time.
The 60 Minutes interview was a great chance to hear Harry and Meghan's story in case you missed their 2-hour sit-down with Oprah or their 6-part Netflix documentary.
Oprah wasn't enough. Netflix wasn't enough. Then came 60 Minutes. At some point, desperation has a smell. Everyone could sense it. Colbert wanted in too.
Meghan Markle has finally revealed why she and Prince Harry call each other M and H.
And he'll say M and you'll say H and your friends say M and it just is a thing.
It's a thing.
And do you both love it?
Yes, and I like nicknames a lot.
What could it be? A mystery for the ages.
H&M like a budget clothing store, except with a bigger PR team. Those nicknames didn't say normal couple. They said, we hired someone to make us seem relatable. Colin Jost saw it coming before almost anyone else.
President Trump also announced a new trade deal with the UK that will reopen British markets for American companies. All that Britain demands in return is that we keep these two.
No! No! I refuse! I'm sick of
Britain doesn't want them back. America is done with them, and nobody else is offering. Completely homeless. With a Netflix deal.
Elon built electric cars, he's going to Mars. Why isn't he even involving himself with Twitter? It would be like if the Prince of England gave it all up just to marry an actor from Suits.
Harry gave up everything for a woman nobody had heard of before he proposed, and somehow he ended up less relevant than she is.
NBC has announced plans for a spin-off to the hit series Suits. It will focus on Meghan Markle's character's struggle to balance her legal career while also caring for an unemployed immigrant.
The moment SNL turns your marriage into a sitcom, you're not a celebrity anymore, you're a punchline. But Trevor Noah came at it differently. Early on, he was actually defending Meghan, roasting the royals instead.
And I know some people are disappointed by the name Archie, but there's one person who's super excited, the Queen. Yeah, because you know for the last 9 months, she's been like, please don't be Jamal, please don't be Jamal, please don't be Jamal.
He was mocking the royals, calling out their rules, their traditions, their stiffness. Trevor wasn't the enemy yet. He was in her corner.
Queen summoned everyone to a private meeting. Everyone attended except Meghan Markle. And I'll be honest, I don't blame Meghan for not going, because nothing good happens when white people invite you to the countryside. We've all seen Get Out. We know how this shit ends.
Then she gave him a reason to switch sides.
Prince Harry really did that. At a movie premiere last year, he asked the CEO of Disney to hook his wife up with voiceovers.
Harry at a movie premiere, whispering in a Disney executive's ear, begging for his wife's voiceover career. That's when Trevor saw exactly who these people were.
You gotta admit, the monarchy has fallen off, right? No, because back in the day, it used to be like, if you marry my daughter, I'll give you Burgundy.
Royal marriages used to mean something. Entire kingdoms, political alliances, continents changing hands. Now it means cornering Bob Iger at a party for a Lion King cameo.
And now it's like, my wife actually does a pretty good Timon. You should hear her. Come on, baby, do the thing. Hakuna Matata, do the thing.
Trevor saw the hustle and walked away. Bill Maher didn't just laugh at it, he dissected it.
They want it both ways. You know, you can't be, these people were so mean to us and poor us, and we don't want all this attention, and then let me write a book about how much we don't want attention.
You write a book about hating the spotlight, then you spend 6 months in the spotlight selling it. Make it make sense.
They just strike me as creatures of that generation. You know, you're just fragile. Just take a hint from the Queen. The recently departed.
Never complain, never explain, and rarely be heard speaking in.
The Queen buried a king and never complained once. These two can't make it through a month without a camera and a grievance.
You're complaining about your hard life, and you're so privileged. It's just so weird.
It's ridiculous. I totally agree.
Crying about how hard life is. From a mansion in Montecito. That takes a special kind of nerve.
And I will not bend the knee and just go along with the nonsense. That's what's so annoying about them. The most of all, they insist that you go along with their nonsense and their insanity and their fragility.
Bill said it. Most people already felt it. Nobody's bowing down just because she expects them to. Nikki Glaser came at it from a completely different angle. She didn't just mock Meghan, she psychoanalyzed her.
She wants to be famous. She found the guy to make her the most famous in the world, and now she's over there and she's like, oh, this isn't what I thought
What's the point of being famous in a castle every day?
She didn't marry a prince, she married a platform. Goal achieved.
If she didn't marry him, she would be on The Bachelor this season. Fighting for Prince. She would be Megan M. from Sherman Oaks barista. She's just got luck.
Without Harry, she's a contestant on The Bachelor. A business decision dressed up as a love story. The American hosts saw it. But the British comedians, they came for blood. Jimmy Carr went first, and he found the one contradiction nobody could argue with.
I said Meghan Markle is, of course, a lifelong feminist, which she's demonstrated by marrying a prince and giving up her job.
Years of feminist branding. gone the moment a prince looked her way. You genuinely cannot make this up.
The royal family, right, if you can imagine, they're like our Kardashian. Prince Harry is very much our Kanye. He occasionally dresses as a Nazi, and he
No amount of PR buries that costume photo. That image follows him to the grave.
Harry and Meghan say they'd now like to split their time between spending your money in the UK and spending your money in Canada.
British taxpayers were funding her lifestyle. While she told the world how much she was suffering, people weren't just annoyed, they were furious. Kelly Osbourne had zero patience for any of it.
I think Harry's a twat. He's a whining, whinging, complaining, woe is me, I'm the only one that's ever had mental problem.
10 seconds. Victim act shattered. Everyone has hard times. Crying about yours from a mansion doesn't make you relatable. It makes you insufferable.
Like, my life was so hard. Everybody's fucking life is hard.
Yeah,
you were
true.
the prince of
That's
a
true.
goddamn country who dressed up as a fucking Nazi, and now you're trying to come back as the Pope? Suck it.
PR campaigns don't erase history. The photos exist. The internet never forgets. Simon Brodkin actually sat through their entire Netflix documentary, so you don't have to.
I watched the Harry and Meghan Netflix documentary. Now, I'll be honest with you, before I watched it, I was not a fan of theirs. But now I've actually heard their side of the story, I f***ing hate them.
The documentary didn't win them fans. It created new enemies. People who had never even thought about them suddenly couldn't stand them.
They started off and they're making interesting points about racism and misogyny. Then they start calling each other H&M, and I just thought, oh, doof off.
It started with real issues. Racism, media intrusion, things people actually care about. Then came the H&M nicknames, and everyone checked out.
Harry starts describing this one date with Meghan as the night, let me quote you here, me and M pulled the pin on a fun grenade. I actually started rooting for Prince Andrew.
Harry describes his life so dramatically, it makes you feel sorry for the royals. The royals. That takes real effort.
Harry says, how do you explain to someone who just started dating that they have to curtsy to your own grandmother?
How do you explain that you bow to your grandmother and that you will need to curtsy, especially to an American? Like, that's weird.
And I'm thinking, maybe just tell her that your grandmother is the queen.
His grandmother runs a country. Figuring out the dress code shouldn't be that hard.
They were complaining that to pay for their own security. They were not happy about that. Yeah, they were very worried about their safety, which I get that aspect of things. After 6 episodes, I wanted to attack.
When people start sympathizing with the security threats over, that's a special kind of talent. The British comedians weren't joking around anymore. This was personal. These two attacked the monarchy, kept the titles, took the money, and ran, then had the nerve to play victim. Conan O'Brien found a completely different angle. He turned their wax figures into comedy gold.
Now, I was curious what they did with Harry and Meghan's wax figures, so I found a museum employee who's temporarily storing.
Conan didn't even need them in the room.
Oliver, you have generously offered to keep the wax figures of Harry and Meghan safe.
Yeah, that's correct. And if I may, I would just like to say that I'm definitely not using the wax figures for sex.
Just weird enough to be funny, just real enough to sting.
They are in a loving home, and I treat them better than the museum ever did. They didn't appreciate Meghan's soft hands or Harry's supple lip.
When the wax version of you gets more laughs than the real thing, it's over. Then he came for the jam.
Got out of copping and then became a food broker, which we're like, come on, that's
What?
CIA, right?
Yes.
And he's like, no, I really am a middleman for jars of jam.
He works for Meghan Markle.
Yes. My
Really
dad-
tiny jams, harvestable jams.
Yes, exactly.
Made from the oils of Montecito.
The jam says everything. Overpriced, unnecessary, wrapped in a down-to-earth package? That's not a product. That's her entire brand in a jar. Then John Oliver showed up. And think about what that means. This is a man who chooses his targets carefully. Mej never punches down. He still came for her.
I don't think they will change because I don't think they have the capacity to, but they obviously should.
When the most careful man in comedy calls you capable of growth, that's not a punchline, that's a diagnosis. But professional comedians were just the beginning. The internet got involved, and Spitting Image created the most savage Meghan content ever made. Then overnight, it vanished. Legal threats allegedly forced it down. We found what they tried to bury.
I'm Megan Sussex, and I'm a good person. And I'm meeting another good person today, the wonderful Ariana Grande.
Oh my God, Megan, you're such a good person.
Yes, that's why I'm going to talk to you like you're an idiot.
Spitting Image nailed the core contradiction, talking down to everyone. while branding herself as the most humble person in the room. That wasn't just a joke, that was an autopsy.
I'm preparing my guests some soul food that my British husband calls a packet of crisps. Can be a tricky dish to master, especially when a packet is being Oh my god, you've been knocked down by the crisps. So vulnerable. I love it.
I'm just down here holding space.
And now, the finishing touches. A flower.
The cooking show got the puppet treatment. Soul food reimagined as a bag of chips with a flower on top. That one image, that's the entire scam.
Like and subscribe to learn how to breathe. How, as a finishing touch, sticking flowers on anything means you made it with love. And I share the secret to a happy marriage. Fuck's sake, H! Don't make me get the electric color out.
Sorry, love. I think my arm's gone dead.
Tutorials on how to breathe. Flowers on chips to show love. They turned being alive into a lifestyle brand.
Now for the tricky part. Place in microwave. What is microwave? I don't think we have any of that. Harry? Do we have any microwave?
It's a microwave, silly.
Don't talk to me like that, you bitch! I'm a fucking duchess! Shake that off!
Oh.
This is probably what got it banned. Meghan controlling Harry, shown through puppets. The mask slipping in plain sight. Someone with power made one phone call, and it disappeared.
California, we're just a regular couple living close to Oprah and far from the paparazzi.
Ooh.
But not too far.
They want privacy. In a house next to Oprah, close enough to celebrities, far enough from cameras, but never too far when they need a headline. The double standard wasn't subtle. It was the whole strategy.
The best thing is, no more following Granny's rules. Don't wear your pants on your head, Harry. Don't bath on the butler, Harry. If I want to play polo in my living room, who's gonna stop me?
Stop that.
Right away, Meg.
Every scene showed the same dynamic. Harry shrinking, Meghan expanding. Puppets said what nobody on camera would. They tried the same thing with South Park. It failed completely. South Park is untouchable. Spitting image was an easier target, and everything vanished overnight. But here's what happens when you try to erase something. Everyone goes looking for it. South Park didn't just make jokes, they built an entire episode around the hypocrisy.
So let me start with you, Sam. You've lived a life with the royal family, you've had everything handed to you, but you say your life has been hard, and now you've written all about it in your new book, Where?
The memoir became a children's book about complaining. Same content, smaller words, somehow even more accurate.
We just want to be normal people. All this attention is so hard. Isn't it true, sir, that your questionable wife has her own TV show and hangs out with celebrities and does fashion magazines?
Screaming about wanting a normal life from a press tour magazine covers.
What are you suggesting? Well, I just think some people might say that your Instagram-loving wife actually doesn't want her privacy. How dare you, sir? My Instagram-loving wife has always wanted her privacy.
Television specials, then straight back to demanding privacy. South Park just pointed at it. They didn't even need to exaggerate.
To hell with Canada! We are leaving! We'll go find some quiet place where we can be normal people! Come on, wife! We want privacy! We want privacy!
A world tour for privacy. South Park didn't create the joke. They just made sure nobody looked away.
Get this town. There's just something about it. Oh, darling, I think this might be the play. It's so quiet and empty here. If we moved here, then people would think we're really serious about wanting to be normal.
House hunting for peace and quiet, camera crew in tow. Not a single moment of self-awareness. Not one. That's a wrap on some of the most savage celebrity takedowns of Meghan Markle ever captured on camera. I know I missed some good ones. Drop them in the comments. Who should make the next list? And the real question, did she deserve all of it? Or did some people cross the line? Tell me below, and subscribe if you want more.